Well, guys, first off, happy Thanksgiving. What a day it is to be thankful for, folks. And one of the things I'm most thankful for is that Kamala Harris will not be in the White House come January. President Trump won, and he won big. Now, folks, we're starting to learn a little bit more about this Kamala Harris failed campaign. It's actually worse than what anybody thought if you are a member of the DNC. Now, I always anticipated, guys, that President Trump was going to win. I felt very confident also that he would actually win the popular vote, which he did. Now, when it comes to polls, guys, polls really are, for the most part, BS. Ever since Trump came in, the polls have definitely underestimated President Trump. I mean, guys, one of these polls days before the election was so bad, it actually had Kamala Harris with a 3-point lead in Iowa, which is a red state. Trump also won that state the past 2 elections. There was no way in the world she was actually up in Iowa. Not at all. That was a lie. A complete lie. Now, of course, we actually get to see the polls, mainly from these pollsters that are mostly left-leaning, but the candidates themselves have their own internal polling. And guys, the polling internally for Kamala Harris was never good. It was never good, guys. I mean, the Kamala campaign pretty much, just stole money from donors. Look at this, guys. Harris never led Trump, internal polls showed, but DNC officials were kept in the dark. Now, Kamala Harris in that drunken video said they raised something like $1.4 billion. However, she's $20 million in the hole. She's not paying her bills. I mean, the DNC obviously was kept in the dark on that. I mean, guys, that's a lot of money to blow through, man. And then that whole time, she never had a shot at winning this election. When I first saw that Kamala Harris is going to be nominee, I was like, man, Trump is going to win big. I mean, she is terrible, man. But let's go ahead and read this. It says, a top aide to Kamala Harris during her presidential campaign recently revealed that internal polls never actually showed her defeating President-elect Donald Trump. But apparently, this was not conveyed to those collecting high-dollar donations for a bid. Yeah, so they just took money and did not tell the truth. Quote, that's not what we were told. DNC National Finance Committee member and Harris campaign fundraiser Lindy Lee shared with Fox News Digital. We were told definitely that she had a shot at winning. It wasn't even a shot. I was even told that Pennsylvania was looking good and that we would win 3 to 4 swing states. Kamala Harris ended up winning 0 swing states. Yeah. She goes on. And on the night of election night, we were told that we were going to win Iowa. What? I mean, really? Was that actually coming from Kamala's campaign, or was that that poll that came out days before? Not really sure. But it goes on here. But Harris senior advisor David Poloff presented a much different analysis of Kamala's chances at that point in time on Pod Save America, a show hosted by staffers of Barack Hussein Obama. Quote, we didn't get the breaks we needed on election day, he told the host in the episode, which aired on Tuesday. I think it surprised people because there was these polls that came out in late September, early October, showing us with leads that we never saw. Yeah, I believe I actually have the clip here too, guys. So this is him right here. Listen in.
When we got in, my recollection is some of that snapped back, but we were behind. I mean, I think it surprised people because there was these public polls that came out in late September, early October, showing us with leads that we never saw. I mean, it was just basically a race that in the battlegrounds was 46, 47, 47, 48. So that's not where we started. We started behind. She was able to climb out. I think even after the debate, we might have gained what, 0.51. It wasn't a race that moved a lot. And so I think when you think about our own internal analytics, if you have if Wisconsin at 47, 47, or Pennsylvania 48, 47 Trump, let's say, which I think is where we had it at the end, you've got to have undecided break your way more than your opponents. And you've got to get a little benefit from turnout, which we weren't able to do.
Yeah. So you heard that right there, guys. So even after the debate, and the liberal media was saying, oh man, Kamala won that debate. No, she didn't. She didn't get no boost whatsoever from that debate. A red debate at that. Everybody knew it was red too. I mean, she got nothing from that debate. I mean, guys, the DNC was actually kept in the dark about Kamala's chances. This is bad, guys. I don't believe there's any way that Kamala Harris is going to be allowed to be the nominee for the Democrats in 2028. Because you guys know that the Democrats actually rid their own primaries, right? I mean, this is bad, guys. This is really, really bad, man. Let's see here. What else does it say? It says here, while the top advisors on the campaign were apparently aware of Harris's polling deficit, this information was seemingly obscured to other relevant parties, including those soliciting capital from donors, such as Lee. According to Lee, it is, quote, absolutely not normal for a campaign to obscure this type of information. I've been doing this since I graduated from college more than a decade ago. Absolutely not. She also shared that donors' trust will need to be gained back because of the daylight between the campaign. I was telegraphing about his situation and the reality. Quote, but like for some casual donors, they're going to be like, no effing way. Yeah, Kamala's done, man. Her political career is done. Quote, it's not that he beat her, that's a shock. It's the extent to which he beat her. It wasn't even close. It was a decisive defeat. Yeah, it was. It was, guys. That's why I say, man, Kamala's political career is over with in national politics. I mean, if she wants to run for governor of California, I guess go right ahead, man. I mean, California, man, is just so left. I can actually see her winning in California. But when it comes to the national stage, nah. Her political career is done. And that video, man, that she put out, what was it, yesterday or day before, where she looked drunk? That was a bad look, man. A whole bunch of people are destroying her for that. On top of, she's not paying her staffers whatsoever. She can't afford it. She has to beg for money now. Yeah, she's done, man. She's absolutely done. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.